Welcome to the Nonsense Gaming Podcast, the podcast where we chill and talk about gaming and nerd culture from the casual's perspective. We're happy to have you here as we explore our topic for today, women in gaming, specifically the Women in Gamers group. Joining us today we have Shay.
Hello, nice to see you. Thanks for having me here. I'm super excited to be here.
Happy to have you. And let's go around and introduce our hosts as always. I'm Kitty.
I'm Uni, and unfortunately Roxy couldn't be here today, so I'll be doing the rundown. So, a rundown of what we have in store tonight. We will begin our discussion with Shay's role within Women Gamers, and then we will hop into a game of Never Have I Ever Game Edition. And after, we will take a deep dive into the Women Gamers community, and we will close out the night by ranking the different types of gaming consoles.
Awesome. So to start us out here, Shay, why don't you just tell us a little bit about your role and what exactly Women Gamers is?
Of course, I would love to. So, within the group, I'm an assistant admin. I work alongside Gabrielle. She's the owner and the creator, founder of the group. I work alongside her as her partner and her right hand. Me and her, we make the group decisions, make group policies, and deal with any type of conflict or whatever may be. The group, Women Gamers, is all about providing a safe place for women who game. It's a place where you can meet fellow gamers with similar interests. Lots of ladies find comfort in our group because they can ask questions, share opinions, share their achievements, or whatever without being judged or having these negative stigmas about being women gamers placed on them. These women can truly be themselves and do what they love comfortably in a space where many people often share the same values. So
that's really neat. I know I've only been in the group for a few weeks, and the amount of positivity I see, like just in how people share and connect with each other, is really quite amazing. It's quite a culture you guys have cultivated.
Oh, and we strive to maintain that. We really do, and we pride ourselves on it. So thank you so much.
What would you say is like? Oh, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask what your favorite part of the group is.
We have a lot of great things that we do. I would say right now, one of my favorite things that we're doing is we've launched a marketplace. So people can actually come in and buy merch and logo and stuff with that, and we've been putting a lot of effort into that. So it's been a goal that we've had, and it's been super amazing. So we finally reached a big milestone.
That's so neat.
Gabrielle's really excited about it as well. So.
Mm-hmm. And you guys hit another milestone recently. Didn't I just see that you guys have 25,000 people in your group now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes. 5,000 amazing ladies. They make the group really what it could be. Like we couldn't be as great as we are without all the fantastic members who are joining and engaging and share, like being positive and supportive and encouraging, and it has a life of its own now, and it's beautiful to see what it's become. Like, it's fantastic.
That's super cool. Because like it seems like there's everything from like sharing just memes from fun games to like actually building connections, and then you have the streaming group as well that's come out of that to help essentially promo each other and like meet everybody in the space.
Yeah, we actually have like a lot going on in the group. Like during the weekend, we have a selfie weekend. So the ladies can post their pictures of themselves, or maybe their favorite cosplay, or their pets, or their kids, whichever they'd like, and whatever they're super proud of. Yeah, and you mentioned the streamers group. We have a streamer of the month. We run that once a month. We pick a streamer and we promote the streamer in both groups. And they get special perks and benefits, Discord rank within our Discord, and like a feature on the Instagram. So it's really awesome.
That's really cool to see. From following your Instagram, I noticed that you guys also kind of promote one gamer every couple of days, like a woman in the gaming sector, kind of show her off.
Yeah. We encourage the ladies to reach out to either one of us, and whether it's a picture or like a game or a selfie or maybe like a gamer shirt or like really anything, we encourage them to reach out to one of us so we can feature them on the Instagram. So everybody can just see like what our community really is about and what the ladies love and what they're proud of. So they love it. They love it.
That's super awesome. And I'm sure you guys get like a plethora of personalities. But because I know even from within our set, like Uni's a much more well, I feel like we've talked about it on the show, but like she's the healer of the group. You know, whatever we play, the support role is likely to go to her.
Yeah, no, I definitely see what you mean, and I mean all kinds of women you will meet. Oh, it is like it's so diverse and so inclusive. Like it's truly like it's so welcoming, and it's truly such a home place to be. And you definitely, I mean, I've definitely learned to, and this is, I think, one of the benefits to essentially working for this group is meeting all kinds of different people. It's taught me a lot about myself and perception and different things in the world. So I mean, I encourage everybody to definitely come see for themselves.
Wonderful. Well, okay, let's hop right into our game here. So the game we have today is called Never Have I Ever Gaming Edition. So basically, you know, it's never have I ever, and basically it's just like, have you done these things? And if you have, we want the story to go with it. So the first one I have is never have I ever button smashed and won.
Okay, I have.
Yeah, I definitely have to.
I absolutely have as well. All right, Shay, do you have a story for us with that?
I do have a little story, actually. So I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's Tekken, the game Tekken.
Oh, yes.
It's a fighting game, and yeah, I mean, some of those combos are just ridiculous. And you think you got the combo down, and then you realize that you forget it, and then you start getting your butt kicked, and you only have one opportunity to turn it around, and that's fun mashing.
Yeah, it's
So, I mean, yeah, that's my little story.
Oh man, how about you, Uni?
Well, it's pretty similar. It's a fighting game, but it's a Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty sure you know about this, Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, combos are too hard, so I just spam one button, and then hopefully it works. And it did work. That's all that matters. I spammed one button, and then that is how we won.
Oh, mine is definitely with Mortal Kombat too, because I remember I went to Uni's house and then she's like, okay, hands me this controller, and it's like, cool, we're gonna play. I'm like, I've never played this game before in my life. And so I found like one combo, and I say combo, it was like the combination of buttons that you have to do one move. Like it wasn't even like comboing moves, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I did that over and over again. I wasn't getting anywhere, and so she's like, just button smash. And I'm like, okay. And then I beat her, and I'm just like, I don't know how that happened.
The opportunities are endless when you button mash.
Yes, sir. The joys of fighting games.
I feel like that's just my style in fighting games. I'm not good enough to learn, like, reaction time. I'm not good enough to learn how to do that in, like, Smash Bros. Or something. I'm just gonna stay in the middle of the platform best I can. Mess up where I need to.
It's very difficult. I'm trying my best to learn some combos in my other fighting game right now, and I'm struggling. It is.
It's hard. It takes time to learn that stuff, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's hard. It's like actually a really big learning curve. So, you know. Okay. So the second one I have here is uninstall the game after a depressing loss.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, not that I can think of. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna say I haven't, but like I came close. When I was first learning League, like they took you through the tutorial, and then I didn't figure it out, and I didn't touch the game for like months. So like never uninstalled it from my machine because it was like a MacBook Pro or something, and I just didn't bother. But like I didn't touch it. I was like, nope.
Yeah. I got pretty close to Overwatch a few times, but I never actually deleted it.
It's right. It's like you get close, and then it's like,
Yeah, you just like don't play it. It's just still there on my computer.
Don't want to have to go reinstalling it and wait.
Right? Like, I've only uninstalled my game once, and it was League, and it was not because of, like, depressing gameplay, it's because my League broke, and I had to actually reinstall it.
Yeah.
So I uninstalled and reinstalled it. That was, like, the only time I uninstalled a game on any of my computers.
With technical issues, we love it.
Yes.
All right, so the third one I have here is gamed when I should have been studying.
Yes, I have.
I have to.
Sometimes you mix the two a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, Uni, what's your story?
Alright. I mean, I think this is, like, the normal for me, because I just, like, don't study regardless. So... like, I try to, but, like, I usually just have the stuff beside me, and then I end up gaming instead. And, like, 2 weeks ago, because I'm in, like, my last year of university, I had, like, 2 midterms. Yes, I told Kitty about this. I was stressing. But instead of studying, I, like, studied at the same time as I was playing TFT, so, like, I didn't need all my brain power for it, right? So I was out here studying at the same time as playing TFT. And, yeah, that's what I did. I did good on the exam, though, and that's all that matters. So, yeah. I don't study regardless usually, so.
Can I have like a little bit of a story, I guess? Like the other week I was playing Dark Souls and I was doing a bit of both. I was reading and taking notes, and then I was also playing, and then every time I had like a few minutes of like standing around or whatever, I would go back and I would start writing. I guess I should have really been studying.
Well, I mean, that's the case for all of these.
It really is. But, like, I'm pretty sure that game is the one Roxy really likes.
Yeah. Oh, this just means we'll have to get you back to talk about Dark Souls.
Yeah, I know she always mentions it. She always mentions Dark Souls, and, like, me and Kitty have not played it. So
We were talking about learning curves earlier. That game, serious learning curve.
Oh, no.
Hard. But once you kind of, like, I'm not fantastic, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. Just like Mortal Kombat and Tekken.
Yeah.
Like, starting out is always difficult.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily studying. Well, kind of. I had a big project that I needed to do, and it was just not working. I work on I'm majoring in computer science, right? So, like, I'm working on it, it's just, like, not working. I'm trying to debug this thing, I can't. So I think I went, it was about 2 in the morning or something. And no one should ever be coding at 2 in the morning. Just putting that out there.
That's true.
So I was like, you know what? No. And I played League the rest of the night.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's important to take breaks. Like,
yes.
Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes you should take a break and play some video games or whatever.
Well, that's
and
good.
Go back to your work.
Yeah, because games offer just such a good outlet. I mean, not necessarily, like, some games are better for, like, quick break versus you play League and then an hour later the game's over.
Yeah.
And you can't end on a loss. I refuse to end on a loss.
It's always better to end with a win. Always.
It is. It feels much better.
The night's complete. You can kick back and relax.
But when the night completes at 9 in the morning the next day,
it's been worse. Kitty, I think the worst one I had was 11 a.m. I was out here playing for, I think it was like 12 hours straight of losses. And I was like, oh my god, I want to go to sleep. I could just feel my brain deteriorating in every game. And we finally got the win. I disconnected from the call and went to bed immediately.
That's the point where you don't even say goodbye. It's just like, okay, whoosh, poof,
Yeah,
done.
you're like, okay, we won. And then you just leave.
Okay, alright, the next one I have here is betrayed a fellow teammate in game.
Oh, I'm sure I've done that many times.
Yeah, I'm sure I've done that many.
Let me try to think. Mine's most like it has to be in League, right?
Yeah.
Oh no! It's got to be in TF2 when I stole someone's item because I forgot what they said they wanted. Like I usually don't care what I get, so I'm just like, oh yeah, what do you guys want? And then I ask them exactly what item they want, like the carousel round. And then I forget and I go take it. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry. I really forgot. I promise it wasn't on purpose. But it's straight betrayal. It's I feel bad.
And then you get the silence on the call on the other end, and you just know, and you're just like,
I
oh.
know. They think I did it on purpose, and I'm like, no, I promise. I forgot. My memory's so bad.
I definitely have. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of a story. But I do find it really funny when I'm like playing a co-op game and everything's all good and peaceful and like we're doing great, and then you just get all secret behind them and you just assassinate them. What the heck? That's the best. I know I've done that a few times, but I can't think of a specific story.
Totally. Yeah, I remember, I think one time in League I was playing Tom Kench, and then I had a Zillion on the other side. So I put the ticking time bomb on me, and I was like, my ADC was also being attacked and murdered, and I was gonna, like, eat them so, like, they couldn't get attacked, but
Oh, no.
I didn't eat them in time, and the bomb went off and killed them. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh god. That's perfect. That's the best.
And then the last one I have here is disrupted my family or roommates by screaming at a horror game.
Yes. Oh no, the memories.
No.
Yeah, I can't say I have either. Okay, Uni, tell us the story.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go. So, our friend Jenna really, we wanted to play Dead by Daylight, right? So we got Kitty, our friend Jenna, and then did we have someone else? Oh, I think it was just us three on the first time we played. And I was playing the tutorial, and I was too scared, so I called my sister over to do the tutorial with me. By the way, the killer does not move in the tutorial. I just saw him behind me, and I got scared, and I was screaming. And I quit out the tutorial. So I was like, okay, let's just go into the game. We'll be fine. So I go straight into the game. And I think like 1 minute in, I like hear the killer near me, and I freaking out. And this was when I was streaming a bit, so it's like on my stream, and I'm hiding behind this tree. I see the killer walk up to me, and it's this ear-piercing scream.
It was ear-piercing.
Katie just lost her hearing from it, and I'm just like screaming, and I barely know how to play, so I'm like trying to run away from it. I run straight into the killer. And he murders me, and I'm just like crying and laughing and screaming at the same time. So like that happened, and then yesterday also. Oh yes, no, my mom came into the room and was like, "I'm gonna call the police on you if you keep screaming this loud." And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just so scared." But yeah, yesterday I was playing Phasmophobia for the first time, and it's scary. I screamed a lot. My sister wasn't home, but my mom definitely was, and she was very angry, so she went outside. Yeah, I get scared very easily, and Kitty is very aware of this.
Yeah, me too. That's why I don't play like, not that I have anything wrong with him. I get like, I'm a screamer, so when I get scared, like I get scared really easily. So I tend to avoid horror games.
Probably for the best. For the best.
I'm a big scaredy cat. I like, my friends are all asking me to go. It's Halloween. Like, let's go to haunted houses. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, literally. Oh, no.
Sounds very similar to our Halloween episode where all of us are like, we don't like horror. We just like the cute aspects of Halloween.
Oh my god. Yeah, I do not like horror. My friends like to play horror games, and I got convinced. So and we convinced Kitty to play with us. So we can all
Ah,
suffer together.
definitely gonna lose my hearing one of these days.
Yeah, I did not sleep well last night. That is why I was still asleep earlier. I did not sleep well at all. I was so scared to go. Like I couldn't sleep alone. So I was still in Discord call with two of our friends, and I was like, "I'm just gonna take you to my sister's room, and we're gonna sleep there tonight." I cannot walk over there by myself. So,
It's like, ooh.
uh, oh my god.
There are definitely some very fun stories with gaming. And with that, I think we'll transition here into our main segment. So we have a few questions for Shay.
Ooh, yes.
So we kind of went over your role a little bit earlier, but if there's anything you want to expand on for like what you do kind of day to day within the group, or just roll with it.
For sure. So, let's see here. So some stuff that goes on within the group. I think we talked a little bit about the marketplace and the streamer of the month and our selfie weekend. But yeah, but an average day in our group just looks like a variety of posts. Many people asking to play a certain game, like Animal Crossing or Among Us is a really big one right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah, I see lots of those.
and even Red Dead Redemption 2, we get a lot of people that like to share like clips and like fancy pictures and stuff. We also we get clips of ladies like kicking butt in their favorite game, or even ladies asking for technical stuff. Like maybe they're having a problem, or their kids are having a problem, and they need to figure out like something's wrong with their Xbox, or they're trying to even find a good graphics card, or like whatever, new headset. Lots of asking for that. And we also have lots of moms looking for other moms so that their kids can play together. That's a really big popular one too. So.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. How did you find this group? So you mentioned you weren't the creator. You're the partner. So how did you get into all of this?
Of course. So like most people, I joined the group as a member. Whether I just found it myself. I was just looking. I typed into Facebook girl gaming group, and when I joined, though, it was very small. There was less than 1,000 members. The team was very small. Fantastic team of ladies, but yeah, I applied very shortly after it was made, and so I applied to be a mod, just like everybody else would do to get on the team. All they have to do is apply if they want to help, and just over time, like I joined the group. The group was made in 2017, and I joined in 2017. So over the years, Gabrielle is, like I mentioned earlier, she's a creator and the founder of the group. I've just been alongside her for so long that our relationship, both like professionally and personally, has just blossomed. She's asked me a lot, like about my opinions and how I felt, and like the way I think things are being done and how I thought, and eventually over time, like I became somebody of importance and somebody Gab could trust and lean on for perspective and reassurance. So really over time, I just made my way up the ladder.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And I mean, it's fantastic that the team that we have in place, like I can't even stress it enough. They work so hard. They are volunteers to the community, and they feel just as passionately as Gab does. They have the same vision, and they feel the same goals and for the group, and they want to reach those milestones. So like thank you for all the help that they do, because it is just phenomenal. It's great.
I love it that there's such like a familial kind of bond in your team. That's great.
It's so cute. It's amazing.
And our team it's so great because there's lots of different like perspectives, and like our team's very like diverse in terms of people coming from different places from all over the world. So we have tons of different insights and perspective, and like we have perfect like time zone, like everybody has their own time zone type of thing. So it's just great. Like it's so wonderful to have a team that feels so passionate, and their hard work is amazing.
Yeah. So with that, why is it important for women in gaming kind of groups like this to exist? Like, so we can build this community together.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that it'll be a little different for everyone, just because everybody has their own reasons for needing to be a part of these kinds of groups. But that's really it. These ladies are getting like a sense of belonging or empowerment in a community that has been dominantly dictated by men for generations. So sometimes somebody just needs a place where they can be around someone or people who have faced similar experiences or feel the same way about certain things. These groups do a great job at providing that comfort. They bring people together who can share their experiences and hopefully bring attention and change to many stigmas that women face in gaming communities across the world every day. They also bring validation that, gamers, we are real. Like, we're here and we do have our own thoughts and opinions.
That's super true. And most of the women I've met who are passionate about gaming, like we got quite a few opinions on how things should go. I mean, I have a big thing about female armor, but
Yeah, exactly. And I think what's most important for me personally is having a place where women can come together and have those different decisions and make those different opinions and like really make that choice for themselves, what they want to, you know what I mean? Even if those opinions may different, as long as they have had that choice to like come in and be able to have that opinion or be able to share that opinion in a space where it can be discussed and as a collective and respected. So I think, yeah, that's another reason why it's important for groups like this to exist.
that's awesome. And so we touched on it a little bit before, but if we could expand on it, it's more than just a Facebook group at this point, right? I've heard you obviously have the Instagram, and then you mentioned a Discord server as well as multiple channels and now the marketplace. So tell us a bit about how all of that's kind of built up over time and where we're at now.
For sure. So our Instagram, kind of like we mentioned earlier, it features ladies and their achievements and selfies, cosplay, gaming merch, or whatever really the ladies would like to share with everybody. We also post our streamer of the month there, and it's really easy to get featured as well, you guys. If you want to be featured, just join the group and message one of the admins, and you guys can post a picture or whatever you want to share with your ladies, with the community, and it'll get posted. So yeah, it's really just that. And our Discord as well, that has come a long way. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. While our shared love of gaming is what brought everybody together to begin with, the Discord server has become a place for members of the community to get to know each other just beyond gaming. It's particularly helpful for people who would like to make like-minded friends but feel intimidated by jumping straight into a game or a huge community. The Discord server has allowed people to kind of, become familiar with each other via text chat first. We also, in the Discord, run some community events like movie night, and soon they'll be hosting the first trivia night to encourage members to come together even more. There's channels dedicated to the most popular games we see across the community. So right now, big ones are Animal Crossing, Call of Duty, and Among Us. And maybe able to use that to find players and discuss games in general. And the server's still very much in its infancy in comparison to the Facebook group. But it's being guided by our members in terms of how the server evolves. There's feedback channels and a mechanism that allows communities to vote on changes. And most importantly, we've seen so many friendships blossom and form on the server. And it's wonderful to be able to facilitate that happening. So
It's cool because you're able to draw it. Like most of my online friends when I started gaming online, where it's just like we would go, like Uni and I would go into a game and then we'd find someone cool, and then eventually we'd get in a Discord server. But like this way, you're able to find so many more people so easily.
And it's a lot smaller. Like, even I get nervous posting in a group with 25,000 people in it. So the Discord's a great way to, it's less pressure, Like, you can a little bit more, like, not as busy, not as crazy traffic engagement. So it's a nice place if you're just looking for not to be in the mix of everything, right? Because the group is pretty busy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So with that, we already touched on this a little bit, but like, what's your favorite aspect of the entire group itself, like beyond just the Facebook group or what is posted?
Sure. So my favorite part, and I seriously like the best thing about this, what I get from this group is the happiness that these ladies share. They receive like for the members, it needs to run smooth, clean, and respectfully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Behind the scenes, we work very hard to make sure that this is a safe place and it's fair and open for all kinds of women. But even sometimes if that doesn't happen, the members are so understanding and they're still so appreciative and thankful, and they often share posts commending and thanking the group and our team. And to me, that is my favorite. Knowing that the members feel so safe and passionate about our group. Some have even gotten tattoos of our logo.
Wow.
This community means so much more to so many ladies, and I'm so extremely grateful to be a part of that, and it makes everything that we do so worth it. And I can never stress that enough. Like, it is phenomenal.
My heart's just warm. I hear that, right? And I'm like...
It is beautiful. Like, these ladies, like, these posts that they make, and like I said, like, we've had a lady who's gotten a tattoo. Like, it is just like, and when you look back on that and you sit there and like you have a minute to self-reflect and you're kind of like, answering these questions or whatever, like, it comes together in your mind, and it maybe because it's Thanksgiving, I don't know, but I'm so thankful and appreciative for everything, and the members are just, like, I know I said this before, but they make this group what it can be, right? So I am so grateful, and I'm so thankful that these ladies are just as passionate about it, and that's definitely my favorite part, is seeing that.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any personal stories from the group that you'd be willing to share?
Any personal stories? Well, it's a good question. I can't think of any, but I would like to say that I guess maybe me and Gabrielle, we have a kick butt like Sea of Thieves team, and we love it, and we love to play it, and we love to play with the group members. So I guess that would be my story.
That's wonderful. It's cool when you're able to connect directly with your community like that. Like, you even look at some of the streamers and, like, yes, you have viewership, but when you're in a community like this, like, you're actually playing with everybody who's around you, and you're building that well, I mean, I hate to say community again, but...
It is, and it's crazy because you look at how far or how much the gaming, like, industry has changed, like, even since 2017. Like, now we have crossplay and cross-platform and Discord and all of this stuff that just brings us together like crazy, and it's definitely gotten a lot more like, I want to say personal, but at the same time, like, it's a lot more of connecting and reaching out and talking to people these days.
Well, and I can only imagine that's increased with the current situation we're in with COVID-19.
Oh my lord. Definitely. Oh, insanely. I bet.
Because I know personally when we were in lockdown in Canada, it was like, okay, great. The only way I can connect with people now is through my computer. And obviously that it's been great to, like, I'm imagining that you've had some more members since then, just being able to, like, find connection and find others.
We shot up 5,000 members like it was nothing. We had just been celebrating our 20,000, and all of a sudden we were at 25. It was insane, and I think that kind of ties into the question, the fantastic question you asked me earlier about why are these groups important, because it really did it obviously made a lot of people feel connected in times where maybe we were supposed to be isolated, or we weren't really supposed to be out and about. So the group did a good job at still making sure the members are being engaging and having like a little bit of a social life, and they can still meet people.
And
Tons of members. Crazy. I've never seen numbers like that in our group. We were getting hundreds of members a day.
It's amazing because like people instinctively look for community, so being able to provide something like that in times such as these, it just opens up a whole bunch of doors for everything.
We can provide it too, but like at the same time, like the ladies also, like they do a great job at keeping it going. Like this group has a life of its own now. Like it has just grown into such a fantastic, like loving community, and I want to thank the members again for making it that way, because it's them that just are so like open and so just nice. Like it's so positive. Like they appreciate the rules, and they just make it such a great place.
Well, I can imagine there'd be some challenges with such a generic group as women in gaming, that you have all different types of games that people play. So has there ever been any like challenges making sure that people can still find other people who play games, or is that just kind of naturally flowed?
Well, we've learned that typically we get a lot of posts that are just like, add me on Xbox, add me on PS4, here's a gamer tag, or here's a name, right? And so we like to kind of organize the group so that although people are looking for games too, they're also sharing their content. So we've kind of made like a directory. So if you're looking to just pull a mass amount of gamer tags or usernames or discords or whatever, pull a mass, then we have a directory where they can actually scroll through and find tons of women who left their gamer tags. There's tons of different ones. There's like one for Xbox, Switch, like, and there's games too, like Pokemon Go and all of tons of different ones. So that's kind of how we gauge that.
That's great. So on a more personal note, what sort of games do you play, and have you been able to find women to play with through your group?
Of course. So I have, right now, with the time I do have, also a university student. I've been playing Dark Souls. That's been my game. I've been digging it out. I'm not insane or anything, but I mean, it is cool. I love the armor and stuff like that. Definitely hard, a learning curve, but the confidence, I'm sure. Like once you play Dark Souls and you learn it, like you'll feel great. It's a hard game, so.
Man, you make me want to play Dark Souls now.
Yeah, it is. And it's really. It's such a technical game too, like your build matters and all of that stuff. So like I would recommend like doing a quick Google search on and seeing like what builds you should do or what you want to build for. I went in there blind, and I was just like, whatever, like I'm gonna build this the way I want to, and so I'm doing okay. I'm not amazing or anything, but
surely better than either of us. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm like a figure it out yourself type of person.
Oh, totally. Like when we were playing Phasmophobia last night, that thing makes you do the tutorial, and I'm like, can't I just figure it out?
Yeah, I tried to quit.
Just throw me in there. I'll ask a million questions to my friends that know how to play, but I won't Google it.
Yeah. I feel like it's always nice to ask your friends for like help when they've played it before you or something, and it's just nice. I'd rather do that than search online. Like I don't know.
What's social makes you feel like, when you have some community you could go do that in, and you can just go ask questions, right? Like it makes you feel better than just Googling. Then you might actually get actual insight or maybe more like personal techniques that somebody has like figured out on their own that's maybe not on Google or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's nice.
It's always funny when you think about the whole idea of like, oh, just Google it. But I'm trying to compare that to like trying to learn a sport.
Oh
Right?
God.
Like if you're trying to learn like rugby or something and someone comes and just, oh, just Google it. Just learn how to do it. Like, no, get me a coach or somebody who can actually help me.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. So with that, I think we can move into our rankings for tonight. So what we have here is we're ranking the game consoles. So basically, we have, just for any new listeners, we have whatever criteria we want to rank all of these on, and we just say what we think is best and what's not, and hopefully at the end we can at least agree on which is best or which is worst.
Okay.
It's polarizing, for sure.
Okay.
All right,
Who's
so let's actually toss it to Uni first. Let's see what she's got.
Oh, all right. Okay, my number one is PC.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I pretty much game on PC only right now, so that's probably why it's number one for me. Number two, I have Xbox because I play a lot of Just Dance.
Yes.
I love Just Dance. So I always play that on my Xbox because it has the little sensor, right? So I don't gotta hold a controller, and it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I also play Mortal Kombat and stuff on there, so that's the best. Next, I have Switch because what games? The Pokemon Sword I have on there, and Animal Crossing are what I've mainly played. Oh, and I played a lot of Splatoon on there when it was out for a while. So I like Switch. I really like the console, and like the size is nicer. And mine's cute because my controllers are pink and green, and it's cute. It looks cute. Four, if I have PS4 because I used to own one, but then I gave it away as a gift. So, and then I didn't actually end up playing too much on it. I played like Batman something, and then I just didn't play on it. So I don't have much experience on PS4. And last, I have mobile, just because I have a lot of mobile games, but I always play them for like a month or two, and then I stop. So
I feel that.
yeah, that's why it's last. Yeah. So that's his my ranking.
Solid. Shay, do you want to go next?
Sure. So my personal is Xbox One is my number one, just because like that was said. I play that. That's just what I've played with since I was young. Like I've had Xbox for a long time. I buy digitally, so all my games are digital on Xbox. So I just have it. That's just my main one. And then my second one I have here is Nintendo Switch. I got my Nintendo Switch when I pre-ordered the Animal Crossing limited edition one or whatever.
It's so cute.
It is, and I am in love with it, and it's just so cute. And they just released the Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah.
They released that on the Switch, and I played that growing up on the Super Nintendo, so I was like, I am in love with that, so that's why Switch is my number two. And then third, I have PC because you can just do everything on a PC. Like you have the fingers you have the whole world at your fingertips.
Yeah.
And my fourth one is mobile. That is because I actually love mobile games. I'm not like hardcore into them, but I'm playing Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff and that Homer Capped Out, I think it's called. And I'm just stuck on those games. I check them like every day, so I love them. So yeah, that's why. And then my last one is PS4, just because, not that I have anything against it, but most of my friends, I had a PS2 and whatever growing up, but most of my friends play Xbox, so I've just always gravitated towards it, and I've never really had a PS4. I've never really, I've played it, but I've never owned one or been around one long enough to actually play any of the exclusives or anything. So like,
Mhm.
which I would love to do, but I just never have. So that's why that's my fourth. But yeah, that's our fifth. Sorry, that's why. That's my ranking system.
I love it. I love it. I feel like I'm kind of in the middle here. Like my first for me is PC, just because most of the games I play are on PC. I did, however, have mobile next, and that's it's for Just Dance but for another reason. So I don't have any other kind of console except my phone and my PC. So, in order to play Just Dance, I got the membership where you use your phone and then you can go to the website and then you enter the room code on your phone and then you just dance with the phone. So that's what I've been using. Honestly, it's been great. But in addition to that, I also remember like all the old iPad games, and I still play those. I have an old iPad 2 or something that's just caught a bunch of them, and I will absolutely play those for a few hours if I have the ability to. So like, nothing like hardcore or anything, but I think they're fun, like the touchscreen games. I'm about it. And then Xbox was after that, for the ability to play like Mortal Kombat and, you know, regular Just Dance. I'll say that for sure. Yes. Afterwards, I had the Switch. I've never had any of the Nintendo gaming systems at all, but I've seen and played my friend's Switch during lecture one time.
Yeah.
So that, just for the portability, and I feel that it's a pretty good system overall if it wasn't so expensive to start.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. And then last would be PS4 just because I've never used it. But that's,
We can all agree on a fifth then. All for the fact we have not used PS4 enough.
Yeah, I mean, some of the exclusives are pretty tight. I'll say that. Like, ideally, it would be nice to own all of them. If I could afford if I could afford that, but
Well, yeah, like, and the gaming can get super expensive when that is like, we haven't even touched VR, like.
Yeah, we need.
I mean, oh god, what is that called? The Oculus. That looks cool.
It
does.
Cool as heck. I would love to try that.
I can remember for a work function at our Christmas party last year, we did a Beat Saber competition, and like I was terrible.
It looks so easy, but I'm sure it's not as easy as it looks. Definitely seems like one of those games.
I definitely can't watch anyone play it though, because like the amount of jarring when you see like the first person thing in Beat Saber, I'm just like, I don't even know how you're seeing the blocks.
Come flying at you.
But in terms of the top one, okay, so we had Xbox was pretty high up for all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I think so.
I'd be comfortable saying, you know, Xbox would be a solid choice for the top.
Mine. I definitely like before PC. I played Xbox a lot. I think, like plus the Xbox is like the default color is green, and green's my favorite color. So.
Hey, nice. In the group, we have these ladies who share their PC setups, and they are just to die for.
They're so cute. I like them. I'm like, they're
I
so beautiful.
Wish I could do that with my Xbox. I mean, I could, but like, it's not the same. Like, my Xbox is always going to be black. And
Yeah.
These women are buying like fantastic cases for their computers with lights and their like tables. I'm just like, I wish, like, one day that's gonna be me.
You'll have a beautiful setup.
Yeah. I would absolutely love getting the full programmable RGB lighting for my whole system.
Oh my god.
That would be clean. But then I also think about it, and I would also do like a water cooling system with different, like for colored fluid, coolant fluid. But then it's just like my wallet starts crying.
Yeah. My wallet is non-existent.
But we'll definitely open this one up to the listeners, because I'm curious. What are your favorite consoles to use, and be sure to like tell us on our website or even in the Women in Gamers group chat. I'm sure women in gaming group chat. Excuse me. And it's not a group chat, it's a Facebook group. You can tell it's been quite a day. Oh, man. Well, thank you so much, Shay, for coming on the show.
Oh, no, thank you so much for having me. This has been a delight. This has been so awesome. I've had a blast.
And would you like to quickly shout out all of the socials where we can find Women Gamers and yourself as well?
Of course, I would love that. So you can find us on Facebook. That is our main space. Oh, it's facebook.com/womengamers. We have a Discord. You have to join the group to get the Discord invite for that. But the Instagram is @womengamers, and yeah, that's about it. My Instagram is Shayna Barons, but
everybody go check her out. It's good.
Oh, and please, you guys, feel free to check out the Women Gamers merch.
Oh, yes.
I will send one of you guys a link after this.
Yes, and it'll be in the show notes below for any of our listeners who are interested.
And yeah, it's just like cups and pins and sweaters or mouse pads, everything. So yeah, that's really big. Been a big goal for us. Gabrielle has worked so hard to really launch that and make it as great as she can for you guys. So.
I feel I always need a second mouse pad. Like once LAN parties are a thing again. Like
oh my gosh, yes, that would be amazing.
Oh, wonderful. So that's our show for tonight. Thank you, Nonsense Gamers, for joining in our conversation. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and we will see you next week with new episodes every Saturday. Woo! Wonderful! Woo!